If you need to do that, go for it. But I will start today's session. And today's session is on self-forgiveness. So if you want to take some notes, feel free to do so. Or if you just want to sit and take it in and just let your brain percolate on some of the ideas, that is completely fine as well. Now, if you're anything like me, you've had some negative thoughts about yourself. I think roughly 80 to 90% of a person's thoughts about themselves are negative. And what we think about on repeat causes how we feel. So if we're sitting there thinking, I suck, this is so hard, I'm just not very good at doing these things, I always stuff up. Eventually that causes a feeling within your body of feeling deflated. And when you feel a certain way, whenever you go to take actions, you take actions from your emotional state. If you're sitting there thinking, I can't do this, I'm no good, it's going to cause you to act in certain ways and cause results that you don't want. So if you're thinking about all the reasons why you suck and can't succeed, you will feel deflated and it will hold you back. As human beings, we can feel a spectrum of emotions. That's one of the things that's amazing about us as human beings. We can feel a spectrum of emotions, but we will generally be feeling one side more than the opposite. So for instance, if you're feeling lots of hate towards yourself and anger and resentment, it's really hard for you to feel loving towards yourself, proud and motivated. As humans, we can only focus on one thing at a time. Our conscious mind can only think about one thing at a time. So we're either thinking about why we're good, why we can succeed, or why we can't. And that will be reflected in our emotions. So we're either going to be experiencing emotions that lift us up or emotions that pull us down. If we're going to sit there and we want to hate ourselves, we want to be angry, we want to hold ourselves to ridiculously high standards that we can't uphold, what it's going to do is it's going to place an emotion behind us that weighs us down. And at the same time, because that is there, the emotion that could lift us up is no longer present. I always say to people, it's like when you start loving yourself more, you have to stop hating yourself. When you start feeling more motivated and thinking good thoughts about yourself, I can do this, the thoughts of I can't start to disappear. So in our lives, we're always going to be walking this tightrope. And a lot of people think it's noble and it's honorable to hate ourselves. You know, to talk to your friends, if you started turning up at your friends saying, oh, I actually like myself, I'm pretty proud of myself, we're so worried we would feel conceited. That our friends would be like, yeah, this person over here thinks they're, hot shit or whatever they call that. Sorry for, I think it's the first time I've sworn on this before, but it just came to me, sorry. But that's what we're usually are worried about. Now, self-love, it's not conceit. It's a healthy awareness of who and what you are. You can love yourself and not walk around going, I'm better than everyone. You can feel these positive emotions. You can be proud of yourself. And that doesn't have to mean that you're better than other people. And this is really, really key. I love the way that forgiveness, the best definition I've ever heard of it, means let go of completely, to abandon. And when we're talking about self-forgiveness, this means to let go of the ideas of what we think we should be, of what we think we should have been, and to start to celebrate who we are in this present. Now, I love one of my favorite lines of all times, and I have to read it all the time to think about it and percolate on to understand it, is forgiveness is a shift in perception that removes a block in me to my awareness of love's presence. As soon as you start to forgive yourself, you remove a block and you open yourself up to see the love, to be present with it. And as soon as you do that with any person, you forgive them or yourself, you forgive the world, you forgive a situation, you forgive your bank account, you remove the block and you open yourself up to become aware of love's presence in that moment. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to jump into some journaling exercises. So take a pen and paper. And if you have any questions, feel free to write it down because at the end of the session, I leave it open for questions. So if something came up for you there that you really want to know the answer to, please just write it down and I'll address it later. But first of all, just write down Mindful Mondays on a piece of paper, open a document on your computer, whatever you need to do to answer these questions. Just write Mindful Mondays, self-forgiveness, and the date, which is the 5th of the 2nd, 2024. I'm slowly getting used to saying 2024. I still feel like I'm in 2023 sometimes, but There we are. We're here. We've arrived, people. Question number one. Write down the first thing that comes to mind that you would like to forgive yourself for. Just let it come to mind, and you can journal by saying, I would like to forgive myself for. Just whatever comes up for you right now. What's something that you want to forgive yourself for? You want to let go of. You want to stop beating yourself up over. It could be you want to forgive yourself for not working out as many times as you said you were going to. You want to forgive yourself for not having as much money in your bank account as you would have liked. Whatever it is, and I'll just put the question in the chat if you want to check it. You can start the sentence by saying, I would like to forgive myself for, and just see what comes up for you. Just write something down. Just one thing. We're not going to go into a whole list of things. We're just going to start with one. And you can use these journal questions at a later date if you want to cover more. But once you've got an answer, can you just give me a thumbs up emoji, or just like even in person like this, so I know to move on to the next thing? So I can give everyone a chance. Thanks, Jonathan. Amanda, George, beautiful. Darlene. Tracy, yep. Holding it there. Nice. I saw that. Jasmine, thank you. Number two, write down why you want to forgive yourself for this situation. Why do you want to forgive yourself? And you can write, I want to forgive myself for not having the amount of money I want because I want to forgive myself for it. Why do you want to forgive yourself? And just take a deep breath if you need to. I want to forgive myself because it's not helping me to hate myself. I want to forgive myself because I want to feel good. I want to forgive myself so I can be a better parent. Whatever it is that comes up for you, and just write all the reasons that you can think of. And again, just take deep breaths. There is no pressure here, no judgment to have on yourself. We're just doing a helpful exercise to practice some self-love, some self-forgiveness. Saw you just joined, Parwin, so I'll just put the two questions we've just done in the chat so you can catch up if you want. And once you've done that, just give us a bit of a thumbs up. Amazing. Jerry, George, thank you. Sylvia, perfect. Jonathan, amazing. Question number three then. And if you want to add more to number two, just leave a space. The best thing about starting the sentences with part of the question in it is you can add to it later and you know what you're talking about. So number three, imagine that someone in your life that you care about, that you like, was experiencing the same problem. What would you say to them to make them feel encouraged or better? What would you say to them? And you can answer this by saying, if a loved one of mine had this same problem, I would say to them, and just follow on. I'm sure you wouldn't beat them up. I'm sure you wouldn't be mad at them. You'd be supportive. You'd be encouraging. And just let some loving words flow. Again, whenever you need, just take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. No pressure. Just let the answers just flow from you. And if the question is challenging, that's good. That's good. You're becoming aware of love's presence. You're removing that block. That's something to celebrate. That's something to feel good about. If it's hard, just like going to the gym, the heavier the weight is, the more beneficial it is. Unless you hurt yourself. So don't go pulling any emotional muscles on me. You're doing great, guys. And again, once you feel that you've explored it, just give us a thumbs up. Thanks, Darlene. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, George. Beautiful. And again, you can leave some space if you want for adding to it. Thanks, Celine. Number 4, what do you need to tell yourself more often so you can forgive yourself and feel motivated to do better in this situation or even overcome it? So you can answer by saying, to move through this situation and do better in the future, I want to remember. What do you want to remember? Maybe you want to remember that you're awesome. Maybe you want to remember that you're trying the best that you can. Maybe you want to remember that you have love in your heart and you're trying. What is it that you want to remember in those situations where you find yourself about to beat yourself up? I like to remember, like, I am strong, I am driven, and I'm acting with complete love. I love to remind myself that I am strong, I am driven, and I'm acting with complete love. Thanks, Jerry. I think this might be one of your first sessions, so I hope you're enjoying it. I've had a couple of people that snuck in that I didn't see. Brenda, welcome. Celine, good to see you again. Parwin, good to see you. And again, once you've done that question, just a quick thumbs up. Thanks, Sylvia. Parwin, Darlene, George, beautiful. Thanks, Jonathan and Amanda. Number 5, write down 5 reasons in dot points why you know you're a good person. Why do you know that you're a good person? See, I always think that people, they don't believe they deserve to be happy. Well, I don't, because I'm not these things. But let's flip the coin. Let's have a look on the other side. And you can write down, I know I'm a good person because. Maybe you know you're a good person because you call your mum back. Maybe you know you're a good person because you're always nicer to check out people, or people that are serving you whenever you're at restaurants. Whatever it is. And again, if you need to, just take some deep breaths. No pressure. And if you finish it early, just even write down another one. No reason to stop at 5. You can get to 10. That'd be amazing. I remember my mentor one time got me to write down 100 things I liked about myself. Oh my God, that was one of the hardest things I've ever been able to do. I remember a guy sitting up at a seminar, and he said, all right, I want everyone, you've got 1 minute to write down everything you don't like about yourself. Go. And people were just scribbling like crazy, going absolutely nuts. They couldn't get the pen to paper quick enough. He's like, a minute, stop. And everyone was just like, oh, they wanted to keep going. But he's all right, now I'm going to give you a minute to write down all the things you love about yourself. Go. And the room just went like this. People looked around and they started writing a few things, and people were like sitting there like this. Whenever we start to do exercises like what you've just done there, we start to realize how awesome we are. And we don't give ourselves nearly enough credit for it. We remember all the times we failed, not the times we won. We remember all the times that we came up short rather than the times that we actually gave it a go. And doing exercises like this removes that block and allows you to sit with presence of love within yourself. So well done on answering those questions. Well done. Got a bit deep there for a second. Sorry. I'm in the zone right now. Feeling it. I'm really feeling it. We're going to do a meditation now. Meditation, a little bit of visualization. So what I want you to do is just get yourself nice and comfortable. And again, if you need to write down any questions that you want to remember right now to ask me at the end, go for it. But also get yourself nice and wiggle out, get rid of any energy in your body right now. I like to just flail around a little bit. The more movement you do, process that energy out of your body. Remember someone saying the issues are in the tissues. When you feel like certain emotions shaking it out, just limbering yourself up, makes it easy to sit still for a long period of time while you meditate. When you're uncomfortable, all you can think about is how you're uncomfortable. Or maybe that's just me. I'm not too sure. Did a meditation in the park yesterday. And it was like 36 degrees. I was there and we did a meditation for 30 minutes. And one of my legs got sore because I hurt myself doing yoga in the morning. And, well, just a bit. And all I could think for the whole time is, oh my God, this leg is sore. So stretching out, very, very good idea. All right, I'm going to play some meditation music and I will guide you along this journey. So just take a little bit more of a moment to just arrive in the space. Let yourself get nice and comfortable. Let yourself just relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let them fall down, pull them back, whichever way you want to feel comfortable. Put your hands in your lap, any way that's comfortable, on your thighs. Even if you're feeling a bit anxious, you can put your hands together. Sometimes that can help. And when you feel ready, when you feel that you're coming into your stillness, you can close your eyes. We're going to start by doing box breathing, which is where we breathe in through our nose for 4 seconds. We breathe into our stomach and into our chest. After our stomach is full, hold for 4 seconds. And we release out of our mouth for 4 seconds. Then we hold 4 more seconds and then we repeat. The goal for this is to let your mind be completely consumed with the breathing and to try and relax your body as much as possible, even when you're holding breath. So we're going to take our first inhale. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. And just let your breath return to normal. Just noticing how it feels to breathe in. Noticing how your body rises and falls. Just enjoying this practice, keeping our mind focused where we want it to be. What I want you to now do, I want you to imagine that up above you is a beautiful cloud of lavender energy. You can see it swirling, you can see it sparking. It just looks so beautiful, and even its presence makes you feel calm. I want you to imagine on the next inhale that a spiral or cyclone, whatever you want to see, a funnel of this beautiful purple energy comes down in through your nose and starts swirling around your head. The next inhale, just imagine it coming down. It feels so good once it enters your body. You feel it just moving around your head, swishing, swirling. And you notice that it's removing all the negative thoughts that you have about yourself. They're being cleansed. The doubts, the worries, everything that you're experiencing in your mind is just being completely cleansed. And when you breathe out, you can see all the negative energy being sucked out into the cloud. And all that's remaining is positive, beautiful thoughts about yourself, about how awesome you are, how loving you are, how you just want to do good things in the world. You want to see other people have a beautiful experience. And it feels so good. It feels fantastic. And on your next inhale, you can feel this purple energy going down into your throat. And all the negative words that you've ever voiced towards yourself are being washed away. The times when you looked in the mirror and said some less than kind things to yourself, it's been washed away, and all you can remember is standing in front of the mirror saying, I love you. You are beautiful. And it feels so good. As you take a deep breath out, all the negative things you've ever said to yourself about yourself are just being washed away. It feels so nice. And on your next inhale, you feel this beautiful purple lavender energy moving into your shoulders. And you feel all the times that you didn't feel strong. When you feel that you let yourself down, all those moments, all those memories are being washed away. And all that's remaining is a memory of all the times you were strong. Noticing the strength in some of the hard decisions you made. And when you take your next exhale, just you're breathing out all those times that you didn't feel strong. And when you take your next inhale, you just feel your shoulders just pulling back and your chest rising. You feel so strong. And with your next inhale, you feel this beautiful energy moving down into your heart. All the times that you've acted out of fear, all the times when you've pulled away and you've lessened yourself because you were afraid, you feel yourself forgiving yourself. And that fear, that disappointment has been replaced with love. You can feel it swirling around, moving around. On your next exhale, all the fear is leaving your body. It feels so good. Feel the love in your heart. Now imagine on your next inhale, you're breathing more of this energy all the way down into your stomach. And all the bad things you've put into your body that you felt guilty about, all those memories are just being washed away. And they're replaced with love for yourself. And you're remembering all the times that you acted in your best interest to be healthy, the times you drank the water, the times you exercised, all the times that you looked after your body are just swishing around, swirling around. And you can feel it. You can feel that love for your body. And your body's sending that positive emotion right back to you. And with your next inhale, Feeling this energy moving down into your hips. All the times that you've swayed from your values. You've acted in ways that have made you feel inauthentic. That have made you feel less than strong towards your moral compass. You feel them just being washed away, and you're remembering all the times that you've pursued the things that really meant something to you. The times when you've looked after what's most important to you, and you feel that strength locking into your hips. On the next inhale, feeling this beautiful energy now going all the way down your legs. All the times that you didn't move when you could have, when you stayed longer than you should have, in places that you shouldn't have been. You feel yourself letting go, and you're thinking of all the changes that you have made, the times when you've walked where you know you want to go. You've done the things that were taking you forward towards where you want to be. All you can feel is beautiful memories of all the times you led yourself to where you wanted to be. Now, one more time, with a deep inhale, feel this energy moving into your feet. And I want you to let all the negative energy that's been in your body completely leave. All the things that you don't like about yourself, all the things that you've let yourself down, all of them right now are being completely expunged from your body. And you can feel this beautiful energy just moving up and down through your body, moving out all the judgment and replacing it with complete love. Self-loathing is leaving for self-love, for pain for joy. Let yourself be here for a minute and just enjoy the feeling of love just flowing up and down through your body. Now, take a moment to familiarize yourself with this feeling. What does it feel like right now in your body? Imagine that you're taking a screenshot, a memory of this feeling. And whenever you're experiencing less than ideal emotions toward yourself, I want you to now know that all you have to do is touch your thumb and your index finger on both of your hands together. Press and remember this moment. Remember all the negative thoughts leaving your body and being replaced with positive ones. Remember the feel of love towards yourself as fear and expectations dissolve. And in your body right now, pushing your thumb and index finger together, take a snapshot. Remember this feeling, to remember this moment. Take a deep breath in. And when you release, you can release your fingers and thumbs. Now you can slowly become aware of where your body is right now, becoming aware of the room without opening your eyes, becoming aware of the weight of your body and the surface below. Slowly noticing the temperature of the room. And when you feel ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your neck from side to side. Move your shoulders. And when you feel that you've come back into your body and you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. Amazing work, guys. Wanted to stretch out a little bit, just let that feeling just soak all the way through your body and bring it back with you into this moment, into the rest of your night, into the rest of your week. And just take a moment to give yourself a pat on the back for being here, for doing this work. It's not easy. Some of these questions can be challenging. You know, I always say that if it was easy, everyone would do it and everyone would be here, but most people will make excuses, and that's completely fine as well. But you guys did not do that tonight. You guys showed yourself some self-love to show up and have an experience. Amanda, wow, that was a great one. Thanks, Amanda. I'm not going to lie, I put a bit more extra effort into this one. So you saying that has actually given me a bit of validation. And I do appreciate it. Jerry, I love the peace hands. Beautiful. Darlene, yes, so true. Love this one. Thank you, Darlene. I really appreciate that. Sylvia, thank you. This evening session was great. Good night. No worries, Sylvia. Thanks for coming along. Now, the way that these sessions work is after you exit here, Meetup, and you go back into Meetup, it gives you a chance to review it. If you could give this session an honest review, that would be amazing. But the way that it works from here is I stay on, and we just have a discussion. If there's anything that came up for you that you want to talk about, any question that you possibly have, even if you just want to shower me more compliments, I suppose I can accept that. But yeah, that's the way that it works. But if you want to jump off and get on with the rest of your week, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here. Your higher self, the part of you that needs to be loved right now, is really thankful that you showed up. And you can go to bed tonight with a big smile on your face, and hopefully you feel a little bit better than you did when you came. And yeah, thank you for being here. So